Good morning, welcome to another video. It's Sunday, it's a little bit chilly. I just fell off on the ice. How about that?
Slow motion though.
Yeah, it was a slow motion fall at a junction, but it was on black ice. But I'm out today with my good friend Mark from Cafe Alley. Say hello, Mark.
Morning guys. Hiya.
Morning. And we're riding along the Sustrans route, off-road, and we're heading towards Newark in a little bit of a loop. So we've just been talking about bikes, about winter bikes especially.
Indeed.
And obviously the beauty of a gravel bike, they make a perfect winter bike. Yeah. But Mark is on his very expensive and quite old Dawes.
Yeah, Dawes.
Which is worth what?
Oh mate, what would someone give for it? 150 quid? I don't know. Something like that.
So what we were talking about is,
worth a lot more to me.
Do you need an expensive bike, especially for the winter?
Right.
What would you gain? I don't know. What would you gain?
Well, I'm at that school of thought, Paul, because like you said, I've had this bike, I don't know mate, like 20 years. I bought it when no one was buying road bikes. It was all about mountain bikes. I think they had about 4 road bikes in Rutland Cycles at the time, and just like the look of this one. But yeah, I've got the nice bike, but I probably do sort of 70% of my miles of the year on this old boy.
Yeah.
And I get probably 98% of the enjoyment.
Yeah, I mean, we were just talking about tyre clearance, but
yeah.
I mean, I feel in a more modern bike, the big difference is you're tending to go to bigger tyres and you've got more clearance.
Yeah.
And you might have disc brakes.
Yeah, exactly.
They're the benefits, but is it actually worth the big difference in price? Doesn't stop you riding.
It doesn't stop you riding. It doesn't stop you getting fitter.
No.
It doesn't stop you getting faster. I mean, I'd hate to think that there's people sort of contemplating getting into cycling, but not doing it because they think they've got to spend, you know, £1,000, £2,000. You just don't need to do it.
And the good thing, an older bike like this is quite accessible for new people starting, isn't it? So, you know, to get into it, when you can't buy new bikes in the shop because they've all gone, on eBay you can probably pick up a decent bargain.
Or you might even have one lingering in your shed.
Well, yeah.
Dust it down, get it serviced by someone who knows what they're doing if you're not sure. And you're away.
Yeah.
And you're doing what we're doing, which is not a bad way to spend a Sunday morning, is it?
No, certainly not. So is that the original wheels, or have you changed anything on it?
This is the
or is it like Trigger's Broom, or is it all original?
It is the ultimate Trigger's Broom, this bike. The frame's original.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, the saddle is.
You've done well to keep the saddle for that time.
Yeah, and the shifters are original. I think everything else is different. Everything else has been changed. But that's, again, Paul, that's the beauty of bikes, isn't it? Yeah. You can do that, you can make it yours.
And you can do it piecemeal over time. You don't have to junk everything, and you can just gradually improve.
Exactly. So yeah, and of course the other good thing is you can swap, you know, some parts over from bike to bike. The lights on this will be, you know, we've got brackets on both bikes. The Garmin, you know, just swap the bits over. But yeah, I mean, I was thinking about this the other day. Like the summer bike I've got, I love it, and I'm really proud of it. But I've spent a lot of money. We all do. When we do it, to go, I reckon 1 mile an hour faster for any given effort. Yeah. And you know, in the scheme of things, it's not a great difference, is it?
No, I mean, obviously I'm on a current spec modern gravel bike. Yeah. But I'm on 40mm tyres. Right. And that's exactly it. I reckon this is 0.7 to a mile an hour slower for the same effort than my good bike. But
look at what you can do with it.
There's nothing wrong with going a little bit slower.
No.
Morning. I know, I think we've spoken about it before, but since I've been doing the vlogs, I ride a little bit slower. Yeah. Bit of stop-start filming, but I'm much more aware of what's around me. Yeah. Much more aware.
When you live where we do, mate, that's a good thing to be, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because there's so much to take in, and you don't really need to do this.
Just over here on the right, sorry to interrupt, these lakes are not really lakes, they're just full of water.
We've had some rain recently. Getting close to Newark then, Paul, right?
Yeah. So you've not been along this track before then, Mark?
Do you know, not for a long time. I think I came out here once to, it was when the Tour of Britain was going through Newark.
Yeah.
So I came out, I must admit, because I was in such a rush, I remember this track and came along it to get to Newark in time to see the race go through.
I mean, it's a
long time.
It's a nice place to go for a ride or a walk.
Totally.
I mean, you're not too far from town, and it's relatively scenic in that you feel like you're in the countryside, really.
Yeah, exactly. And these old railway bridges, yeah, beautiful.
Yeah.
Nice to look at going through.
And it's a better quality of graffiti as well.
Exactly.
So just going to run parallel with the train line here into Newark.
Are we going to go past the castle today?
We can do.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know I love a castle, Paul.
Yeah. So the beauty of a track like this, you can ride on tarmac away from cars, so it's quite safe.
Yeah, it's great. Not constantly thinking about what's behind you.
No. I mean, obviously, particularly at the moment with lockdown, there's a lot more people with normal out exercising and walking and dog walking.
I was thinking there's a few folks around for this time.
But you can work around it, it's fine.
Totally.
It's for everybody, isn't it?
You all share the space.
So we just come slightly off our route, and we're just going to have a look down. We're in Newark and we're alongside Newark Castle along the River Trent. And the river is pretty high.
Yeah, it is.
I don't come this way a lot, but it's very, very high. It's almost over the bank there, isn't it? It's close. Pretty high, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
This is Newark Town Lock. I think under normal circumstances this would be quite busy. Morning. So we're just heading out of Newark now, and we're just finished off chatting about these bikes, old bikes versus new bikes.
Yeah.
And it just occurred to me, this bike I'm riding is the Trek Checkpoint. And I think this year, next year's models, well no, sorry, start again. This year's models are over £2,000.
Okay.
So it's a very nice bike. But I don't think, in all fairness, it's 10 times better than you. I'm not getting 10 times enjoyment that you're getting on that bike.
Yeah, that's the point, isn't it? Not that it's a bad decision. You know, like I said, the other bike I've got is a considerable investment, and it is more comfortable and it is faster and the braking is better. But yeah,
but we're still out. We can still be out.
Totally.
If that bike was a 50 quid bike,
exactly.
You're still out, getting exercise.
Yeah.
Getting healthy, losing weight, being out in the open air and covering quite a lot of miles.
Well, I think the other point there, Paul, is like if you save a bit of money on the bike, I mean, look at us now. What is it? I don't know, 2 degrees or so.
Yeah.
You can spend that bit more money perhaps on the gear, the clothing that will get you out through the seasons.
Yeah, definitely.
Do you know what I mean? Because we've both been talking about,
because to be able to ride in the bad weather, whether it's cold or rain,
right.
a lot of it is down to the right gear, isn't it?
That's all it is.
It's the right clothing, the right equipment.
That's all it is. So, yeah, I think that's that's where money is well spent, because it does keep you riding. You know, we're both talking about kind of indoor training, and obviously there are benefits, and it is going to keep you fit. But you're not going to see the things that we've seen today.
No, definitely not.
You're not going to get that sensation of speed. You're not going to, you know.
We wouldn't have seen all these flooded fields
No, right.
sitting on a turbo.
Exactly. And I think the thing I love as well about cycling is, I mean, you know, you sort of set to put a great route together.
Left here, mate.
Okay, mate. And we're seeing things that, you know, there's some roads I've never discovered before. So there's always something new on a bike, isn't there?
Yeah, definitely. And part of it to me is getting out. Part of it to me is getting out, travelling around areas that you wouldn't normally get to.
Completely.
And seeing things from a different perspective.
Completely.
Which you do. Walking, you can't go as far.
Yep.
In the car, you just don't see it.
No, exactly.
You're driving along.
No, I mean, I used to love running. Well, I still do. I still run occasionally. But it's nothing like that sense of freedom you get on a bike, because you just don't get that opportunity. You're always so close to home.
So basically, I think the recommendation is, it's not actually all about the bike.
Right.
It's a bike, but it doesn't have to be an
ride.
expensive bike.
That you ride, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So on that bombshell, we'll say goodbye.
Yep.
And we'll see you again in a few days' time. So don't forget to like and subscribe and click the bell icon, because it really helps me out. So see you again in a few days' time. Bye. Saying bye.
Cheers, Paul. And by the way, is there a facility that we can buy your coffee, Paul?
Yes, there is. I shall drop a link below. Thank you for remembering that. I didn't pay him to say that.